Hello and welcome to Robert's Guitars and Gear. I'm Robert. Thanks for watching. Today we're talking about the Ibanez Geoline GRX70QA. Now this is a very popular learner guitar, and for good reason. It's a really good guitar. Now previously when I reviewed this guitar, I had already done some updates. I had refinished the neck to give it a really nice satin feel. This was one of the major shortfalls of this guitar in its stock configuration. Thankfully, this is very easy to do. You can do this. I have a video out on how to do this. I did a bone nut and Spurzhole locking tuners. And those were nice updates. This guitar is working very, very well with a pretty minimal amount of updates. In fact, it really doesn't need any updates to be a good learner guitar. But I couldn't help myself. I had to do some more and see how good I could make this guitar. So, what have I done? Well, I've put in Fleor humbuckers. Never heard of that brand, found them on Amazon. And I put in a Wilkinson Strat middle pickup. So we just got them in. Next I'm going to show you a little bit about the process and a little bit about my workshop too. And after that, we'll see how it sounds. So let's go. So I'm updating this Ibanez GRX70QA. Great guitar, love it. And I just wanted to give you an idea of what it takes to do this in terms of a setup, because you can do this. It's not that complicated. 6 weeks ago, I did not have any of this equipment, and I had not soldered since I was in high school a long time ago. So what is going on here? Fundamentally, with each of these pickups, these are the old pickups, I'm going to work to match the wiring of the old one to what I have with the new pickups. For example, this middle pickup looks like a standard reversed wiring middle pickup with the same color code. Should be easy. A little trickier with the humbuckers, but you can figure it out. Every case is unique, so I can't really sit here and tell you what the right answer is. You sort of have to look it up, but it's not that complicated. To do this, I have a soldering iron, not an expensive one. I got this one from Amazon. It seems to work fine. I have this nifty little magnifying glass part holder. I don't really use it that much, but if you have to hold something steady while you make the connection. I have a very inexpensive digital multimeter, also that I got off of Amazon, and that works fine. It's not great. And I have a little bin with all the tools that I have found I need for these mods. And keeping it handy works real well. Then I have a little turntable over here that's got a fan for when I'm soldering. You absolutely want to have some ventilation when you're soldering. I have a little action height gauge and some other tools at hand. And just an overhead light to have a well-lit environment, plus a flashlight if I need to really dig into something. It is not a complex setup, and you can do this. Later in this video, we'll talk about these pickups and how they perform. So, pickups are in. Everything's tuned up and set right, I think. So, how's it sound? Well, we'll start with some clean tones. Now, you might not think of this guitar for clean tones. You might think of this as a kind of shredding metal guitar, but you know what? It is an HSH configuration, and that S is a single coil. This Wilkinson coil, well, let's see how it sounds. So I'm going to go just to 3 middle positions so that we see the 3 positions that you would ever use this guitar for clean. How's it sound? I think it sounds pretty good. Sounds good. Any different in the middle? Let's check it out. I think it sounds great. Forgive my playing. I'm still not used to playing on camera, but I think it sounds bright. It sounds great. And then let's do bridge and middle. See how that sounds. I think it sounds fabulous. It sounds just fantastic. So that's clean. Why don't we put this thing to work and let's listen to some heavy tones. All right, how do these humbuckers sound? Again, they're Fleor humbuckers. I don't know anything about them. They're heritage. I just found them. They had decent reviews on Amazon. Well, what's it sound like with some pretty decent gain? Well, let's find out. Well, neck humbucker, great. Let's flip it down to the bridge, do the same thing. Oof, little bright. Turn that one down. Oh, I just think that sounds fantastic. What can we say? We took a very affordable, learner-oriented guitar. Yes, I spent some money on parts, but you know what? What's the difference between a cheaper guitar and a really good guitar? A lot of times it's just the parts. The body feels really good on this. It looks great. Super ergonomic. It really needed a better neck finish. With the neck finish, it feels as nice as any guitar I own. The tuners are great. The Spurzl tuners. Pickups, they're not expensive, but I think they sound fantastic. Again, I'm not the world's best player, but to my ear, I sound pretty good. So, for the price of, I don't know, maybe a Fender Classic Vibe, for example, I think I've got a guitar that sounds just as good. And I've put my own effort into it. I know exactly how it comes together. I've really learned about this guitar, and it's really, really fun to play. So, check it out. GRX70QA. You know, Ibanez has these long names. They're always complicated. I don't really know why. GRX70QA. Put a few updates into it, and you've got a great guitar. Thanks very much for watching.